The zeros command creates a matrix whose all elements are zeros. If I give the input of the zeros function as 3, it will create a 3 by 3 matrix whose all elements are zeros. I can also specify the number of rows and the columns separated by a comma. The number of rows is written first and the number of columns is typed after the comma, and the parentheses are closed. Similarly, ones command creates a matrix whose all elements are 1. If I type 4 as the input of the ones function, it will generate a 4 by 4 matrix with all elements as 1. Similarly, we can also specify the number of rows and columns for the ones matrix as well. Now, in order to create an identity matrix, I function can be used. As an identity matrix has equal number of rows and columns, but what if we specify different number of rows and columns for the I function? For example, I typed 2 and 4 for the number of rows and columns respectively in the I function argument. The result is a 2 by 4 matrix with its diagonal elements as 1 and all other elements as 0. Any variable can be called by just typing its name and pressing enter. Now, in order to call or access any specific element of a matrix, we need to type the name of that matrix and the position of that specific element in the parentheses, with its number of row at first position and number of column at the second position. Similarly, the value of a certain element of a matrix can be edited by typing the matrix name, the position of that specific element in the parentheses, and assigning it a new value by using the assignment operator, that is equal to sign. If I type colon in place of the number of rows, it means all rows of that particular column will be called or displayed. Similarly, if I write colon in place of number of columns, it means that all columns of that particular row will be called.